In today's video, we're talking about chickens and why you should grow them as food. Hey, I'm Steve, and welcome to Prepare to Live, where we help equip you to live a life-proof life. A life that's not interrupted by the same things that interrupt other people's lives. Today we're talking about chicken, how we can convert from just a simple food storage system to a food production system. Chickens are known as the gateway drug into homesteading. It seems like every homesteader I've talked to has started with a chicken or two in the backyard and ended up with an entire farm. The reason for this is they're easy to grow, they're easy to care for, and it doesn't take a whole lot of skill to begin with. They're an entry-level animal that can provide great bounty when it comes to food production. So let's look at the difference between homegrown and self-sufficient. Homegrown simply means that you put in the effort to take that seed, plant it, or in this case, take that chick and grow it to maturity so that you could harvest it for food or eggs. Self-sufficient, on the other hand, is when you are able to grow those animals with no outside input into your farm or your system. We want to create a self-sufficient system so that if the supply chains around us break, our world is not upset, but we continue not only to survive, but to thrive in those environments. In order to make the proper decisions for our homestead, we need to look at two different kinds of chickens. We need to look at heritage breed chickens, and we need to look at hybrid chickens. Let's start with heritage breed chickens. A heritage breed chicken is a chicken that breeds true. It has the same mother and the same father of the same line. So you take a Rhode Island red rooster, you breed it to a Rhode Island red hen, and you guessed it, you get a Rhode Island red chick. On the contrary though, if you take a Rhode Island red rooster and you breed it to a Plymouth Rock hen, you get a chicken that is specifically produced for a trait, and that's what makes a hybrid chicken a hybrid. It's not genetically modified, it's not GMO, it's just simply a crossbreed of two heritage breeds of chicken. The positive from heritage breeds is that you know when you breed those offspring, you know what you're going to get, and you can self-select for the traits that you want to have. If you want a chicken to grow into a meat chicken, you take the largest rooster and you continue to breed him to the largest hens. And generation after generation, you create larger and larger chickens until you get to the point that you have that meat chicken that you desire. The same with eggs. You watch your hens, you take the one that's laying the most eggs, you breed her to a rooster that's from a hen that lays lots of eggs, you breed them together until you produce a chicken that produces lots of eggs. You know what you're going to get. Now let's jump over to a hybrid chicken. If you're going to run a farm, if you're going to create an enterprise where you sell meat chickens or you sell eggs, hybrid chickens are the way to go because they are specifically bred for high output. So the dilemma we face when we're trying to decide between hybrid or heritage is, what is our goal? Are we trying to be self-sufficient, self-sustaining? Are we trying to create a system so everything is right here in our homes, on our farms, in our backyards? If that's the case, then we have to go with heritage breed chickens. They grow slower, they may not lay as much, but they're dependable. And we can actually calculate and predict our return over months and years. If you go with a hybrid breed chicken, you're still relying on those weakened support systems, those production systems to provide you with the chicks that you need in order to grow them to that mature bird so that you can get the eggs or the meat. Here on our homestead, we're making a transition over. We've always used hybrid type chickens, but because of the world around us, because of the social unrest, because of all the political uneasiness and COVID, the pandemic, and all of the things that has caused, we're moving over now to heritage breed chickens. and we're going to raise chickens that we can produce generation after generation so that we can begin to have a predictable outcome so that we know exactly what we have and we have it when we need it. To predict how many eggs you're going to get and how many pounds of chicken you're going to be able to produce is essential to creating a food production plan. We've got all of that stored food that we've been talking about, and now when we add this food production system on top of it, we're able to create that sustainable system that protects us and our families and even the community around us for years to come. As we drill down even deeper and we begin to look at the value of those eggs and the value of that chicken and just how much it takes to sustain us and how much we can produce, we begin to get a greater picture of what self-sustenance looks like, and we can really depend on the systems that we create rather than systems that are fragile, propped up by our government, and that are weakened through pandemic and the social unrest. Click the card above me to watch part 2 of this series where we really drill down and begin to take a look at egg production, how that egg production turns into needed calories, and how many chickens we need to provide the calories to support our family and to create a system that will go on and on and on. As always, if you've enjoyed this content and you don't want to miss a single video, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and if you would, just drop in the comments below what your favorite animal is to raise right there on your homestead. Guys, as always, from my family to yours, we'll see you on the next video.